Have you ever been sick and tired of being sick and tired? Well, let me tell you how sick and tired I was. There was a time in my life when at a young age, the age of 14, it started with one puff of marijuana. Doing methamphetamines. I was got on that stuff, and it was just like the marijuana. It started with one little snort, and that one snort led to another, and then another, and then another. Had two addictions that I couldn't control. It got to the point where I would do anything to get it. I would borrow, I would steal to get it. I would do whatever it took to get it. I was brokenhearted. I was an addict. I was a liar. I was a thief. I was a mess. It pretty much sums it up. I'd lie to my mom. I'd lie to my dad. You know, after you do it that long, you just get sick and tired of it. You know, you just done. You know, you're done, and you know there's got to be something else out there besides the life that you've been living. You know, you having to look over your back, not knowing who you've wronged. There was a time we had been out all day gathering stuff up for to go make some dope. Been out all day. Had the back seat was full, everything back there. We come up on a roadblock, and there was the sheriff, you know, and me and the guy I was with, we had probably been up a week. And we come up on that roadblock, and I didn't have time to turn around, so we had to go through it. And the sheriff had his flashlight, and he looked at me. I was driving. He looked at me, and looked at the guy that was with me. Took his flashlight and looked in the back seat, and said, "Go on through." At a young age, 20-year-old, I was out trying to steal marijuana is what I was doing, and I fell over a hill and cut my radial artery right here, and I was out in the middle of nowhere, and it's 1,000 wonders. You know, I don't know why I survived that. You know, I should have bled to death. I mean, blood squirting out, but there again, my life was spared again. I can think of time and time again that I would be out and not even know how I made it home. You know, wake up the next morning thinking, well, how in the world did I even make it home last night? You know, so, and another time I can think of, just so many close encounters. That, like I tell people, I ought to be in hell or I ought to be in jail. Anybody says that they don't have no hope or no future or anything, and they're still taking breath, if they still got breath in their lungs, they have hope and they have a future, because Jesus is sparing their life for something. He's got planned for them for something. And people say, people ask me what was your lowest point, and I lived in my lowest point. It was every day I was at that lowest point. Bless her heart, my mama, she never give up on me. She never give up on me. She never give up on me. Thank God for praying mamas, Thank the Lord for praying mamas. I could be out all night long. I could be out for all week long, and I could go home to my mama. That song, and I know it's not a church song, but Jesus and Mama always loved me. Even when the devil took control, You know, that song is so true. Jesus and Mama, they always loved me, even when I wasn't living like I should and doing things I should, but Jesus and Mama always loved me. But it's not about a 12-step, or it's not about a 30-day or a 60-day or a 90-day. It's about a one-step program. It's taking one step to Jesus Christ. And I am living proof of that. I took that one step to Him, and He delivered me. He is the true deliverer. There's a couple verses in the Bible that really spoke to me. One of them was Jeremiah 29:11. And when I read that, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. It's plans to prosper you and not to harm you, and not for evil, but plans for hope and a future. And I was like, for me, the Lord wants that for me. I mean, I always believed in God, but when I read that, it was like, wow, that's His plans for me. This book right here will change your life forever if you'll seek it, if you'll read it and seek Him with your whole heart. He also says in Jeremiah that if you seek me with your whole heart, then you'll find me. Then when you get into His presence, it will change your life forever. You'll not go back to the person you was. And it also speaks in Galatians where it is no longer I who live, but it's Christ who lives in me. The old me's dead, and not to never come back. I am a new creation. Old things is past. All those things that who I was is gone. I'd been going to church. I went to church about 3 times after I was really looking for that satisfaction, and I had read this, and I know He had plans for me, and He says that He has a hope and a future for me. So I got hungry for Him, and there was one specific Sunday, the preacher was giving an altar call. He was giving I could not wait. I could not wait. I was just wanting Him to hurry. I just wanting Him to hurry and get done where I could get up there. And when he gave that call, I was on my way up there, and the preacher stretched out his hands toward me, and he done something, and I don't know, from the moment he stretched his hands out at me, I don't know. I know what happened now, but at that moment I didn't know. I found myself getting up, and when I got up, it was wow. I don't know what, at that point in time in my life, I didn't know what had just happened to me, but I wanted more of it. I wanted more of it, and then from that day in that church house in Birchville, Kentucky, from that day He set me free and delivered me, and He took the want, He took the cravings, He took it all away. He took every bit of it away, and I have been set free. He gave me that future and that hope that I was talking about in Jeremiah when I was reading that. When I have to say, when I was down there in that floor, God Himself wrapped me. He wrapped me. He just wrapped His arms around me, wrapped His loving arms around me, and said, "This is mine, and you can't have him," because we all know that Jesus has never had nothing repossessed that He's paid for, and He paid for me with the precious blood. He loves me so much, but you know what? He also loves you so much. He loves you so much, and He does not want you He does not want you to be oppressed. He does not want you to be addicted to anything. He does not want you to be lonely. He does not want you to be, he wants you to be happy. He wants you to be, have unspeakable joy. He wants you to have a relationship with him. He wants you to have a intimate relationship with him where you just want to sit up late at night and talk to him. And the first thing when you wake up in the morning, you want to talk to him in the morning. And then all through the day, you just want to talk to him because he loves you so much. You know, he loves you so much that it's just we can't even wrap our minds around how much he loves us.